What if I told you one of the most intense, thought-provoking movies ever made takes place entirely in a single room? No explosions, no chase scenes, just 12 men, a table, and the power of conversation. Hi everyone, welcome back to Trim Clips, where we dive deep into the world of film and storytelling. Today we're talking about the 1957 classic 12 Angry Men, directed by Sidney Lumet. This isn't just a movie, it's a masterclass in justice, persuasion, and the power of standing up for what's right. So, grab a seat and let's unpack what makes 12 Angry Men a timeless masterpiece. Let's start with the basics. The plot of 12 Angry Men is deceptively simple. 12 jurors are tasked with deciding the fate of a young man accused of murdering his father. If found guilty, the boy will face the death penalty. At first glance, the case seems straightforward. 11 jurors are ready to convict without much debate. But one man, juror number 8, played by the legendary Fonda, isn't convinced. What follows is an intense emotional discussion that challenges everyone's assumptions and biases. For starters, the entire movie takes place in one room, and yet, it manages to keep you on the edge of your seat for 96 minutes. Why? Because it's not about the case itself, it's about the people in that room. Their emotions, their prejudices, their moral struggles. Director Sidney Lumet creates an atmosphere so tense you can almost feel the heat of the summer day they're stuck in. The camera work draws you closer and closer to the jurors as their arguments become more intense, making you feel like you're right there in the room with them. But what makes 12 Angry Men truly timeless are the themes it tackles. It's a story about justice and integrity, yes, but also about human nature. How often do we let our biases cloud our judgment? How easily do we go along with the crowd instead of questioning the facts? Juror number 8's willingness to challenge the majority reminds us of the importance of critical thinking and courage. His calm, logical approach is a lesson in how one person's voice can make a difference. It's also a fascinating study in group dynamics. You see how each juror brings their own experiences and prejudices into the discussion. And as the story unfolds, their biases are laid bare, sometimes in heartbreaking ways. Let's talk about the cast. Fonda leads the charge as juror number 8, the calm voice of reason. But every juror is unforgettable. You've got juror number 3, whose fiery temper and personal struggles drive some of the film's most powerful moments. And then there's juror number 7, who just wants to get out of there so he can catch a baseball game. Each character feels so real. It's like they walked off the street and into that jury room. So what can we learn from 12 Angry Men? First, it shows us the power of standing up for what's right, even when it's unpopular. Juror number 8's persistence proves that one person can inspire change. Second, it's a reminder to always question our assumptions. The jurors initially make their decisions based on incomplete evidence and personal biases. Sound familiar? And finally, it teaches us the value of empathy and listening. Juror number 8 doesn't shout or argue. He asks questions that make others think. It's a masterclass in how to have constructive conversations, something we could all use more of today. Even though 12 Angry Men was made over 60 years ago, it's still incredibly relevant. In a world where opinions are often formed in the blink of an eye, this movie reminds us to slow down, examine the facts, and think critically. Its message about justice and the dangers of prejudice feels just as urgent now as it did in 1957. In the end, 12 Angry Men isn't just a movie, it's an experience. It challenges you to think, to question, and to reflect on your own values. So whether you're a film buff or someone who just loves a good story, this is a movie you need to see. And if you've already watched it, let me know your favorite moments in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into iconic films. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Watch 12 Angry Men and let us know. What lesson stood out to you the most? Subscribe for more movie reviews and storytelling breakdowns.